delight this morning to hand you across to today's speaker, Mr. Richard Robinson.
Good morning. I have to admit, that was quite a big build-up, wasn't it? Quite good on getting people going. Apologies for those in the cheap seats. Hopefully try and keep you engaged as well. What I'd like to do today is just to set the scene a little bit and give you an indication of, from our perspective, how important the internet is. So what I'd like to do now is just start by just showing you my online journey for today's event. So I think that's a new tool that's available. If you go onto YouTube, you can actually create these little search videos yourself. But it just epitomizes, in my view, about how people go around and try and find information today. They're going online, they're using search, they're going to trusted websites to find out all information across the whole of their buying process, whether they be a consumer or a business. Now, just quickly, can I take a poll of those in the room that work in a B2B environment, more B2B? Yeah? Okay. That's great. I won't ask the B2Cers because I think you're slightly outnumbered, but that's fine. That's great, actually, because my business, the business I run within Google, is very much focused on helping businesses that sell to other businesses. Now, to start today's presentation, what I'd like to do is just kind of set some of the scenes. And I've got this kind of strange title to it, which is The End of the Beginning. And it's not quite a quote from Churchill, but it's along those lines. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that in the past, we've all created our own websites. They tend to be quite static. It's brochureware, basically, online. But what we've seen now is the way that consumers and customers are using the internet is transforming the way that they're doing their business. But more importantly, it's transforming what they're trying to get from you as individuals and you as companies. Their experiences from a consumer environment is moving into a business environment. They're very much looking for information on demand. And actually, they're getting really quite frustrated when they think that you don't know what they're looking for, or they can't find what they're looking for. So what we're seeing is a complete transformation from being online is good enough to absolutely you've got to be online, you've got to be doing it very well to satisfy the needs and requirements of your customers and your prospects and your business partners and anybody that's looking for you. So it would be wrong for me today to stand up and say just being online is okay. It's not. You need to be advancing that, using the insights and intelligence that are available and providing the services and solutions and the information that your customers require. Here's some basic stats. Let's put this into context in the UK market. Around about 80% of the UK population, UK households, are online today. And consumers are not just going online to collect information. They're actually sharing information. There's a huge amount of user-generated content out there. 1 in 3 consumers have communicated about a brand or a product online. 20% of Twitter tweets contain reference to a product or a brand. So it's no longer the case that you are a brand owner and you can control what's happening out there. The users are actually doing that for you and taking control of that, and you need to be aware of it. It's almost £700 per person in the UK spent online last year. How many people in the room have got transactional-based websites? Many people? There's a few. So you need to understand what people are doing on your site and then really actually bringing them in and closing that sale. And it's not just a B2C thing either. It's very much a business-to-business thing. And we're seeing a huge amount of evidence that business buyers are going online. The vast majority of them is starting with search. And interestingly enough, they're looking for different types of content. And Graham will like this stat. Forbes recently did some research where it showed that a quarter of all C-suite, so C-level people within a company, preferred to receive information in video format than any other format. So there's a lot of information out there, and they want it in, and they want that information in different types of format. But what we have online is what we have online is this concept of a database of intentions. Everywhere you go online, you're leaving little footprints around, and people are actually able to, you're able to understand, well, what is this person doing, where are they doing it, and how are they doing it? And it's this huge insight that you haven't had before, and you're able to target it down to very small groups of people, and even down to individuals as well. So you can actually understand who visits your site, why they visit your site, what they're doing on your site. And that's the core theme for what I want to go through today, is around this concept of real-time insights. Now, how many people in the room have commissioned research to understand what their customer base are doing, either qual or quant research? Yeah, there's a few people. You look at market stats to understand, the PC market's growing at this rate, or whatever your industry is. But what we're seeing is a complete transformation of that, and something that's moving to real-time insights where you can understand what your customers and prospects are doing on a daily basis. What they did yesterday, what they did last week, which sites they went to, what they did on my own site. And I think that's really important. It's a dramatic shift in the intelligence that's available for you. And so I just want to spend a few moments just going through some basic tools that are available that can really help you take some action coming out of today. Now, the first one is this page. Hands up those people that have used this page before.
Oh, come on!
Now, I know that only 2 of you have watched the YouTube website from these guys, but some of you may have used this. This is a standard search page, our homepage at Google. And what do you do? Well, I'm interested in public liability insurance, so I type in public liability, and automatically it drops down a search suggest option. And this gives you an indication of, well, what searches are really popular around this particular topic. So already you're starting to understand, well, I sell these products and solutions, so I'm going to search like a user would. Oh, in fact, these are the other terms that are related that people are looking for. So on that. Then, once you've created your search query, you come to a page like this. And this is a search engine results page. And apologies, I know that a lot of you will know this very well, but it's always worth just covering it off. What we do is the page is split into 2 key areas. And the first area is in the center, and that's organic search results, natural search results. And this is where you use search engine optimization to actually get your site up in these results. The way that Google does it is we've got something called a Google bot, or many Google bots. Everything in Google has got a G at the front of it, by the way. So a Google bot, which we send out and actually crawl the web, look at all the websites, and then bring that information back to provide the most relevant results to the people that are searching. So that's the organic side. In addition to the organic side, we have the paid side, or the paid per click side. Those in the room that are using PPC, paid click advertising? Okay, there's a few of you. So, and what happens here is this is the paid side of the search results. And now this is where you can actually say, I want to have an advert, search ad, come up against a particular phrase or term. And you're able to really use that to very specifically target individuals based on their search queries. So what would I say about this in real-time insights? Well, I'd do this if I was running my own company and see, well, this particular term is very important to me. It may well be accountancy firms in Berkshire, or it might be wind turbine manufacturers, whatever it is. And then just look on there, who's appearing in the natural results and who's appearing in the paid results. Try and understand what your competitive landscape is. Again, it's building up that real-time insights.